Hello, everybody. Parajuicer here. This is not a drill. This is another half episode here, and I got special guests again today with Air. How's it going, Air?
Hi, hello, people. This is breaking news.
Yes. Unfortunately, it was leaked, but I couldn't hold myself to not check it out. I was really holding on till Sunday, but it's just like I can't escape it from Facebook, can't escape it from YouTube, can't escape it from Twitter. So I'm just like, well, might as well check it out. So
This man could not go a single page on the internet without it being in his face. He couldn't help it.
no, oh man. So guys, we got the unfortunately leaked announcement of almost forgot to add you back in to the image here. Yep, there you go. We got Persona 3 remake is confirmed, and we also got, well, this was sort of leaked but sort of not really, but Persona 5 Tactica. So yeah, this happened like almost kind of immediately, well, not immediately, but like a few hours after the whole Summer Games Fest with Jeff Keighley thing. So just a little bit prerequisite information, like on literally the second P5T was sort of teased as the domain was updated and it was moved to internal servers, and also by way of any information that we're showing on screen is from Persona 5 Central. I mean, Persona Central, not Persona 5 Central. But yeah, Persona Central. So if you guys want to check any of those sources here, it'll be in the description below. So yeah, it was moved. The Persona 5 domain as well as the Persona 3 RE domain was moved internal on the 2nd and the 7th respectively. So it was a clue that we were getting, the information about these tiles relatively soon. But unfortunately, because someone at Atlus decided to, hey, accidentally just schedule this early by posting it on their Instagram page, just like, hey, here's the remakes. So we got them.
Whoops.
We got the remakes. So according to Persona Central, this is for the remake of Persona 3, now called Persona 3 Reload. So after several rumors of hinting of its existence, the remake of Persona 3, known as Persona 3 Reload, has been leaked via an early upload on the Sega Alice West official Instagram page. The trailer was not meant to be revealed until the Xbox showcase this Sunday, so yeah, that kind of happened. P3RE will be using the Unreal Engine, the first for the series, but not first for Sega, as it was used for SMT5. So they do know about the engine. The Persona team has been hiring an assistant technical artist for Unreal Engine 4 since back in December of 2020. September 2020. Test footage of Persona 3 Reload has previously been leaked from an internal Sega Japan meeting video, and in Atlus's 2022 customer surveys, Atlus titles fans want remake for the most was Persona 3, with Persona 2 occupying the top spot with 78.9% of the votes. So people really want that Persona 2, remake. Come on, Atlus, do it for us, Atlus.
It's like the best of the, like, if you're gonna do one or two, like, two is probably the one that you should do. Just like, and you could fit in with the style of 3, 4, and 5 easily.
Yeah. Okay, set for an early 2024 release, the remake will be coming to Game Pass, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and Windows, and it will most likely be announced for other platforms, probably after a couple days after the showcase, because that's what they did for Persona 3 to 5 ports. It was announced at the showcase, and then a couple days later, yep, it's coming on to other platforms. So, oh man. Well, what?
I think one of my favorite comments to this entire affair was man said, "Damn, why you gotta leak this, Atlus? I just got 40 hours in on Portable."
Oh man, so I mean,
Hey man, you got like a year.
like you got like 8 months, give or take.
Yeah, that's. I mean, look at the in-game calendar. You're already like well past that. You're fine.
Yeah, so uh it looks very good. It looks amazing. Just like, oh, I needed my hands. I want it. And oh, if you guys haven't, this will probably be uploaded after I upload the reaction. But please check out my reaction on my main channel. It's probably up there by the time this is uploaded. So yeah, that you can see my raw reaction. I tried to like, oh, stop, don't look at it if I have to. But
Yep.
yeah, uh, it looks really good. There were some changes that I've noticed, like the gameplay, the main battle menu. It looks more towards Persona 5. Like they took out
Yeah,
the
the way it's laid
revolver.
out.
They took out the revolver menu for the battle system. It was just like, okay, why? Like it made it, so unique. So just like,
Especially if you're going to be cheeky and call the game Reload.
yeah. So like,
Lean into the evoker, please.
yeah, like in the menu for the police shop, they have the revolver there, but not in the actual battle segment. That's just
There's new music.
yeah, yeah. Lotus Juice is back. That's good.
I'm like shocked that there was a new song playing in the trailer.
Yeah, but like I've it was pretty good, but I can't wait to like hear like what remix to Mass Destruction will sound like if there is a remix to that.
The 7th or 8th remix, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Dude, the cutscenes.
Yes. Yes.
Please. Oh my god. Like I'm just so excited. I'm like vibrating in my chair right now.
It looks so good. Like the little teaser that was like from the leaked image is like, oh my god, if that's what like an in-game battle cutscene looks like, what about the other game cutscenes? Because like
I
the
can't wait for the train. I can dude, there's so many good set pieces in 3. I just ugh.
and like when they showed up, I guess a little bit like, oh my gosh, she is gorgeous. She is so adorable. Like, ah. And like I noticed that like the model is actually a slightly different. Ike's model is slightly different from the dancing model.
They look good. They look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, just
Like I'm surprised when I saw Unreal Engine pop up because it honestly it really did look like they were just taking like the P5 and moving it to the. It looks uncannily similar.
I mean, you can do a lot of things with Unreal. You can make it as cartoony as you want, or as realistic as you want. That's that's the power of Unreal.
I mean, it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
I mean, but until we get like that actual like full on 1080p footage, like not taken from Instagram, like it'll look even better. Like God.
They better have fucking taken out the fatigue system. I swear to God, if they have the tired and sickness thing again, I'm going to die.
I mean, don't know, but like, I mean, like, have you seen like the main menu of it, like, of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, they really changed it up. Like, they changed it to like for some like water theme, like out of nowhere. It was like, oh, what? Like, well, why is it?
Well, if you remember the opening to Persona 3 originally, when they did Burn My Dread, it had a water drop at the beginning because it was like an ocean underneath you because of the blood on the floor of the city during the midnight hour.
Yeah, but like the overall like ocean.
I get what you're saying. I think it's because Gekukon is like
It's on
out
an
by the
island.
sea. Yeah.
And
So
I guess,
that might be what they're leaning into.
and I guess like, oh hey, the beach with Ike's is very important, I guess too.
Yeah.
And also referencing King Hearts. Oh, I'm diving into the ocean. Oh no. Because looking at like the menu right now, just like, oh, he's diving in like in Kingdom Hearts. But like just looking at like the main menu, just like it looks like we don't see, like the how it looks like in the original. We don't see like the stats of like or like the sickness or something like that. But it might come back. Who knows? But like if that would, because that's what like makes Persona 3 set up like kind of different to like 4. Because like okay, you gotta make sure that you're well off and whatnot. Also have the moon phases. So eh.
I'm honestly like, this is gonna sound kind of silly, maybe, but I'm so happy that it looks as similar as it does to the original game. Like when you actually look at the trailer and see him walk around, like the environments are exactly the same.
It's
It's
bigger. I would say
like,
it's
well,
bigger.
yeah, but like they kept everything to the look of how the game should look.
Yeah,
They
like
didn't like go nuts and change like how a lot of the environments look. Like if you pause on that screenshot when he's in like he's about to attack a shadow in Tartarus, that's literally just a Tartarus map. It looks pre-regenerated all over again. It doesn't look like a custom palace thing. It is just Tartarus.
yeah, like but at least like no, it looks very different from like the original. Like I'm glad it's like
Well, it's not like isometric. It's like actually like it looks more like a Persona 4 style, honestly.
kind of sort of like get that more more design like Persona 5, but kind of feeling like Persona 4's. You know?
In terms of like actually roaming the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really unsure about the water theme when you open the menu. It looks really weird.
Yeah, like
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
yeah, that's what I was like kind of talking about. Just like, wow, why go with this instead of like kind of keep it like more similar to just Persona 3, but like just update slightly, you know? Like
I
make it
think
more
it
involved like Persona 5, but still keep the style of the original Persona 3.
well, it might be a symbolism thing because if you remember when Persona 3 first came out, like one of the most indicative lines that I remember was whenever you would summon a persona from the Velvet Room is the unconscious sea of everyone's souls.
But that's the kind of thing with every game, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but power, you have the battle for everyone's souls.
Yes, yes.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. Like maybe we're gonna have a fight with fucking Nyx over the water of the literal sea of souls.
I
I'm
mean,
reaching, obviously, but like it's the only thing in my mind that makes sense why they would go for this theme really heavily.
like I recently like rewatched like the Persona 3 movies, and I'm just like, oh yeah, there's an event where the I think it was called like the Moonlight Bridge was like destroyed, and it's just like, oh, they're just over the water and whatnot.
Yeah, but aside from my crazy theory, obviously, um, Persona 3 barely has any imagery of water ever.
Yeah,
It's
there's
really
like
strange.
there's that one scene where like, oh, they're going to Gekkan. He's looking out to outside the train, see the water, and then see the school.
And then 4 like does the same thing when you visit it during that one special event. Like it's really a one-off shot. There's not a big focus on it at all. It's really weird.
Yeah, but I'm replaying like the video for the people to see, but like near like the end of the trailer, like there's just a bunch of like cubes rolling around. I wonder if like that's actually from the game, or that's just what they use for just the, oh hey, here's the logo of the game. Not really sure. Like there's like a whole bunch of cubes
Well,
rolling around, but I don't know.
well, if you watch it again, they do a hard cut right before it turns into Persona.
Yeah,
Like a really hard cut.
yeah.
So I think that is like an actual cutscene, and then someone went, "Cool, use that for the trailer. It looks cool."
Mm. Like am looking like at like I saw the whole school thing. I was like thinking like, what if like you can explore the entire school without it like having to load in? Like you can explore the entire thing in one go.
That'd be nice.
Because that'd be like an amazing, just like, oh wow, look this giant school. I can actually explore with no cuts in whatsoever. Like holy cow.
All right, so real quick, I'm a bit of a dum dum. What are the words that are flashing on screen?
Oh, I think that's in Spanish.
Okay.
Spanish, or it looks similar to Spanish, but like
It just seemed really out of place.
because I'm like, if this is like uploaded from like this Alice West's official thing, then it's really weird that they have like in it Spanish or like something similar.
But the rest of the actual like gameplay that
Yeah,
we're
the
seeing
actual
is in
gameplay is in English.
which makes no sense.
There's one that says read Nascere.
I find it funny that you pick that one because I'm literally looking that up right now.
Because I'm guessing that means remade.
Oh,
like
to
that.
be reborn.
Reborn.
Okay, it's Latin. It's all Latin.
Oh. I mean, that's
okay,
gonna be
well,
really
if it's
confusing.
Latin, then let me look up the rest here. Hora Tenebrosa.
Like here it is. Horror sounds like here.
Literally translate to dark hour.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, of course, Tenebrae, like from like I'm remembering from like Tales of Symphonia, Dawn New World.
Dum
Tenebrae.
Spiro Spera. It'd be funny if that's Burn My Dread. Dum Spiro Spera. As long as I breathe, hope.
Okay, so the dark hour. As long as I breathe, I hope.
As long as I breathe, hope, and then right after that is to be reborn.
I hope to be reborn. As long as I breathe, I hope to be reborn.
That's kind of loosely translated, yeah.
Yo, well, what if our main character doesn't die?
What if he doesn't die? What if this game is the alternate timeline where he lives? Oh my god, I'm losing my shit. Howard, don't do this to me. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I can't right now. No! You don't understand. My roommate's gonna be home in like 2 hours, and she is just as much of a fucking nerd about this as I am. I'm going to tell. She hasn't seen it. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. I'm gonna tell her when she gets home. She's gonna lose her mind.
He doesn't die, but he and
Well, I mean, if that's what we're taking this gravy train, what if it's the original story and then we go, but instead of the answer, there's a whole epilogue of just we're gonna get him back.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, what are we gonna do about like the answer?
Elizabeth is like, get out of my way.
She actually is able to revive him.
It's the short screenshot of her like still image in fighting arena, and she's like, "Hi guys, this is the timeline where I get to actually fix this."
I mean, it could be possible. It could be.
Dude, I will lose my mind.
Like, but what,
Okay.
like, not just reborn, just like him and Nyx are combined back together, just like, oh hey.
I mean, dude, that would actually be really like, I would love that, because if you remember, like, one of the biggest things about Persona is accepting your shadow. it would totally make sense for him to like accept that the world is the way it is and and to move past it and like
Like the whole thing is just like, oh, Nyx was forced into him and not just like, oh, like
accepted.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That'd be cool. I'd like that.
and I something that like I've talked about this in the reaction that as far as we see from the trailer, no femc.
Yeah, no mention of her.
So I'm guessing like it's just like, oh hey, you want femc? Here's portable.
Yeah. See, the weird part was I just recently was looking at the movie again. And I found it really cool that in the movie, when he's doing the awakening for the first time, they actually show flashbacks of the car crash.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's going to be brought up in this game. Like, actually, like, brought up as, like, a thing at the beginning.
Yeah, they could possibly do that.
They didn't expand on it. Like at the start of the game, it's like, there's an accident, he's the only person, and he's here now with Ardorn. They didn't say much about it at all.
Yeah, they didn't really do, like, the only close thing is, like, with 5, but that was really tied into, like, the main plot.
Yeah, whereas 3, it's, hey, this
just
is
in
why
passing.
This is why male MC exists, and this is why fem MC exists. Which one lived? Oh, that's not dark at all. But yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to see more. Do you think they're gonna release a bigger trailer, or they're just gonna be like, fuck it, it's out, people saw it, who cares?
I think this is probably just gonna be like, oh, the trailer you saw on Instagram, it's gonna be the same thing at the showcase for Xbox. It's probably gonna be the same thing.
Wild.
And I also noticed that you know, we get to like cook in the at the dorm, something like, oh hey, we can now make our own food. That's good. But one thing that I really hope they fix this in this game. Let us go out and do more activities at night. That is my major gripe.
I'm sure we'll be able to. I mean, look how they barely changed the city. But that's not like a bad thing. Like, again, it looks like the original city, but you definitely get to walk around more.
Yeah, but I want to just like, because I just finished playing Portable, and literally there's only 2 social links at night, and after you're done with those 2 social links, there's nothing else you can do at night besides Tartarus. So
yeah,
what I hope, you know, with this, they're able to, you know, allow us to do more social links at night, you know, make them available at night, or do similar what they did with 4 and 5, like have the shrine be open at night so we can get boosts for the social links, so we can at least get some points. Because I'm not gonna lie, after my last playthrough, all I needed was 2 more points with 1 social link, and I would have had every social link done. But because there was a day that was just like, oh, yeah, you're not actually free that day, so just like, no. I was just so close. Like 2 more social links and I would have done it. Oh.
Man, Persona, and it's like, here's the calendar, you better plan for that calendar.
Yeah, and like also with like notice that with the calendar days, like it's a little weird, like seeing at the corner just like, oh, weekday, and then like it looks like a kind of wave, so I'm guessing goes with the whole ocean theme, and then when it goes to the dark hour, it, like turns all green and whatnot, and it says the dark hour. But not gonna lie, I'm not sure if it's just me, but kind of like it's kind of a little bit hard to see it. Like we'll see what it says, but maybe that's just me. But overall, like it looks good. It looks really good. I'm glad that it exists. I kind of wish it didn't leak, so we can all just, oh hey, look, it looks so good, all together.
Yeah, man, it's such a shame that we have to talk about this as a leak, but like at the same time,
And it was just like
how
3 days
amazing it
away.
is! How amazing it is that we get to talk about it.
Yeah, just like, and then we're getting so as the months go on, we're gonna see more and more information about this. So, yeah, sorry, Atlas, that this happened, but it's good for everyone else, I guess.
Sorry.
Uh,
Thanks for making the game that we talked about last time I was on the podcast. It's great. Thanks. Yeah.
well, I do want to know what you think. What do you think? What changes do you think they're actually gonna do with this?
All right. Well, I didn't see the six system, so fucking that's gone. Get that
I
out of
mean,
here.
if we don't see it, but we don't know,
Hey,
that doesn't mean
Power.
it's
Guess what? It's your favorite thing ever.
sickness.
You get to pick what your skills are. Pick your fusion skills, baby.
Oh no, no. They and I'm very and they haven't even patched that in with the ports yet.
They're gonna do it.
No, it's been too long. Like it's been what, like 4 months?
I'm talking about the remake. I'm not even gonna.
I know, but it's just like they better not. They better not. I want manual skill inheritance. This better have it. or I'm a yell. I'm gonna yell at the clouds because they're not gonna hear me on Twitter.
Nah, you don't need manual skill inheritance. Just take skill cards instead. Just take skill cards. Just take it. Just take skill.
No, I want manual skill inheritance.
Take your skill cards. You're gonna like it.
No.
But man. Power.
Yes.
I can't wait to see my boy Thanatos in 3D. I'm so excited.
Well, he was 3D before, but now he's
Well,
in
I know,
HD.
but like super HD 3D.
Not low poly like in the port.
Let's not talk about P5's fucking DLC. No one cares about that. Get out of here.
Well, it was free, at least with Royal.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But speaking of Persona 5,
Tactica.
we got Tactica. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about it.
Yeah. So again, we're on Persona Central about that. After the recently rumored P5T domain was discovered, the spin-off Persona 5 Tactica has been announced prior to the announcement of the Xbox Game Showcase via the Atlus Instagram account. Tactica is a strategy spin-off for Game Pass, Series X and S, Xbox One, and Windows coming November 17th. And it'll probably be announced afterwards for other systems. So yeah, it's a tactics game. Grid style, I guess similar to like XCOM or Mario and Rabbids. And I am a bit iffy because the only kind of tactics game I played is Fire Emblem Awakening and Double Survivor 2. So yeah, this is it's gonna be a very weird experience for me whenever I pick this up.
Do you mind if I add a little bit there?
Yep.
So apparently, according to this, the story premise for Persona 5 Tactica bears a resemblance to an initial story concept that was going to be used for Strikers, where the Persona users would have traveled in time and fought during the Warring States period.
Oh. Alright, yeah, because like
I find it funny because it's like, oh hey, it's like FF Tactics, where like here's a thing that happened.
yeah, because the beginning of the trailer like kind of shows like sort of medieval-ish area, and then continuing on like the second area is more like a feudal Japan sort of thing, like similar to like in like Dragon Ishin, that kind of era. Got the rickshaws and whatnot.
I'm gonna quickly watch the trailer because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so it has a similar style to Persona Q in terms of art style, but more kind of stretched out. So instead of chibi, it's longer, but kind of cheapier. And I was very surprised, like, oh wait, English dub, what? Because it's coming out this November, and it really annoys me because, Like a Dragon Gaiden comes out the previous week, so I'm just like, why do this, Sega? Why you gotta do this? Make me spend $120 in 2 weeks. It's wild.
Yeah.
That's what,
Wow, this is really interesting. That triple threat was really cool.
try,
From,
triangle all
from
out attack.
yeah, it was really neat. From what I see, though, it definitely is like, man, I can't. How do I? It's like if you took Tactics, but like a little bit, like a dash of Persona if it was Disgaea.
Hmm.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad bit.
Just a tad.
I mean, I do like the art style a little bit. I'm kind of, why only like the 3-person team instead of 4 like in the others. Or maybe it's just for this like one early level. We only have 3 players and then continues on with a 4, perhaps.
I'm a big fan of the art style. I always liked PQ.
Yeah, I do like it. Just now it's all stretched out, no more like really chibi.
Yeah.
But one thing I see like this I'm not sure like at like the minute mark. It looks like Ryuji just like gone bad or something like that. Just
It looks like his shadow took him over completely.
a little bit. Just like
Look,
maybe it's just like some comedic effect, maybe I don't know, but it just looks a
well, you
bit
also
wild.
see there's like that boss lady, who honestly reminds me of a certain character from Kill la Kill.
I was about to say.
And
Nani,
like
sorry.
took over like their minds temporarily, and the ha ha ha. Oh.
Yeah,
But
they're
like, I feel like that's something that might have happened to Ryuji. Is like a further along boss like manipulates their persona or causes him
yeah
to be like, yeah.
yeah. There was a scene I saw somewhere in here. I think it's just like right after the lady. It shows like Ryuji and Haru, and then there's like a kiss mark over like one of their eyes. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
they might be controlled.
That's what it looked like to me.
And then can't really read what it says on that flag behind them, but one of them there was a flag with that main with the new girl who's part of the team. I think it says something like yeah, it says si vis pacum te ipsum vince, which means if you want peace, conquer yourself, or if you want peace, be yourself, something like that.
It fits in Persona.
uh and basically like all the beginning saying, "Oh, revolutionize your heart," and just like, "We're gonna go in on a war."
Nothing says love and peace like war.
So like I said earlier, like this seems like a lot of like kind of like war periods. So we got like somewhat like English war in the beginning. Then we have like a Japanese, feudal Japan. Like I'm feeling like there might be like 4 main areas, perhaps, maybe 5. And like, well, what do you think like it could be based off like other like big areas?
It's hard to tell. Like, I don't know much about like the Warring States era, but it looks interesting. Also, as I was looking through the trailer, like the reason I said Disgaea earlier is because when oh my god, I'm forgetting her name. Someone's gonna kill me right now in the chat.
Describe Describe quick.
Makoto. Makoto. And Makoto fucking just roundhouses that enemy, and like a tag team attack, Mona just pa 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 pa.
Oh yeah, just like knocks him off the roof, and like Mona's right underneath, just like, yep.
Yeah, like that seems definitely like a Disgaea like tag team. Like there definitely seems like a lot going on, and I like the system.
Yeah, and I noticed like I think with the Belder Room, like they changed into like a steampunk era, because just like see like a whole bunch of gears melting stuff. So Belder Room might be like a steampunk era.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it takes place in 403 to 221 BCE. The Warring States period is 3 centuries when various rival Chinese states battled for territorial advantage and dominance. Ultimately, the Qin state was victorious and established the first unified Chinese state. So this is when China was split, and this is like the unification of China as like a country. Which, well, spoilers for anyone that knows history, China splits many times in its life. But I think Warring States period was, I think that was during Confucius and Daoism and all that. It was pretty crazy. It's a very important part of China's history that, unfortunately, I'm not very known.
yeah, me neither.
But it was, yeah. I think there was a turn for it because this also happened in Japan. Japan's Warring State period was the Sengoku Jidai, if you remember that, the battle for like the shogunate.
I
think is what that was. Because they're either talking about China or Japan, and if they're talking about Japan, oh boy.
Well, I feel like for a Japanese game, they're gonna mainly focus on Japan at least, because that's what they know the most.
So in Japan, it was in 1467 in Kyoto, and that's when like every like dynasty family in Japan was fighting for like control of the shogunate.
I mean, this is the Japan era for this game. I said like it looks very similar to like in like Dragon Ishin, because I think that takes place in 19th century Japan. So
I know that Ishin is based on a story.
Yeah, they base off of like real life story, but just like using the Yakuza characters as their counterparts.
Oh yeah, it was mid 1800s Japan, so that's like way in the future compared to where this game takes place. It's like 400 years after the fact. If anyone's ever played Total War Shogun 2, you know exactly when this takes place. So yeah, there's a lot of war and fighting happening. It's a very, very, very bloody time. So it makes a perfect place to have like a tactical like fighting game, essentially. A little tactics game. Cool. I'm excited. I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, I'm just like very off because like I never played tactical games like this, so it's just gonna be like,
I'm not the biggest tactics person, but I'm excited to try it nonetheless.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'll have to ask your recommendation for something after this, but we'll continue.
All right. Yeah. So that's gonna be a short, impromptu episode like previously, but we do have one more kind of news that came out before this whole leak sort of situation. From June 6th, we got a tease of what might be coming at Anime Expo next month. Again, Persona Central, links are gonna be in the description. So Anime Expo 2023 will take place from July 1st to the 4th, and the convention's program schedule has recently published. Previously, the Shin Megami Tensei 30th anniversary concert had been announced at the expo for July 1st. Now there are two additional standout panels that seems to be teasing upcoming Atlus-related announcements. On the 3rd, Atlus will have a 50-minute industry panel in the morning. The description is join Atlus West and be the first to know about the all-exciting happenings. By the time you're reading this, the cat is out of the bag. Head over to the mobile app for more details on our news and special guests. So the statement, by the time you're reading this, the cat is out of the bag, seems to be a program description meant to be seen after an upcoming announcement, but before the panel on July 3rd. That evening also features a second 50-minute panel with the following description. Get ready for an evening of excitement with Atlus West as we bring you the latest and greatest. Head over to the mobile app updated details on panel topics and our special guests. The description for both panels seems to suggest that an announcement will be made and that whatever it is will be discussed at length through these events. Recently, the terms possible upcoming Atlus announcements, the P5T JP domain was updated, indicating what could be the new Persona 5 game, and previously teased from 2023. It seems like we might get a glimpse of what those entail. So it might be most likely, whatever, it might be a port SMT5. That could be a thing. Or it could be, something new game for SMT. What do you think?
I'm hoping for a new game. I want to see what they do.
Yeah, I mean, like, with Soul Hackers 2, didn't really do that well, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But since this is like, it's gonna be in the morning of July 3rd, so either happening the night of July 2nd or very early on July 3rd, we're gonna see something new. I do hope, I mean, if possible, port that SMP5 over to other systems. I mean, that'd be pretty good. Or just have new games. Just because the concert for Japan already happened, and nothing new came from that besides products like figures and keychains and all that stuff. So no new games from the Japan concert. So maybe we get new game announcements from the Western concert. This might be a first, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, But I want something new for SMT. Maybe like a new kind of spin-off, perhaps, or just a continuation SMT 60s. I doubt that, but anything could be possible. Anything could be possible. We just want something new and with the games.
I would honestly love if they did because they're kind of going really and this is kind of late, so I know I'll talk about it later. They just did the Etrinasi collections, right?
Yeah.
And they did do their collaboration where Etrinasi makes a Persona was Persona Q for a while. Now, SMT's last crossover that I can think of was Fire Emblem.
Well, was that really a crossover?
It was a collaboration. Well, okay. Well, I'm thinking, what if we get an SMT game that's a hardcore fucking dungeon crawler like Etrinasi?
I feel like that would kind of turn off a bunch of SMT fans.
But that was how classic SMT games played.
Yeah, but when was the last time they did something like that?
It'd be Return to Form. Now it can be a spin-off, obviously, not like a like not a main line, but because maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like it's a little too early to announce a new main line.
Yeah, like I mean they could do like with have 4 and like an apocalypse, then we have 5 and whatever sequel to that is. Still use the same world, but just like hey, new story and whatnot.
That's true. They could do a part 2 to it. I don't know. I haven't played SMT5, so I don't know how the story goes. So you would know more about that than I do. Um,
Well, just like really depends on the ending like they take for the game. But
yeah, like, do you think there's room open for a sequel?
well, with like the neutral ending, you basically reset the world to back where it originally was. Um, with I think the other route I went was the chaos, but like the other routes were just like oh take control of it and either humans rule, either have the demons rule, or have nobody rule. And then the neutral one is just like, oh, just reset the world.
They could just say fuck it and flip the table and give us a Devil Summoner game, a new Devil Survivor game on Switch.
That is what I want. I want more Devil Survivor because it's just like I love the art style like the Durarara creator, and I'm
Yeah.
really like I'm still upset to this day that the West didn't get the Durarara DLC for Record Breaker. It's just like oh,
Yeah.
it's like come on, like like Alice didn't want to pay the licensing for it.
I've tried to play Devil Survivor 1 and I couldn't get into it at the time. I'm hoping to go into it one day, but I know that they're really good.
Yeah, it is very good. It's a mini Persona game essentially.
Yeah, but it gives me that same feeling I get when I talk about Persona, which is oh, there are decisions I have to make. Oh no.
Yes, like the decisions in Devil Survivor is more impactful than in Persona
Yeah.
because like you can get party members or they can die depending on your decision.
Yeah, that's my brain, and my brain goes, no, I need to do the perfect thing. And obviously that's not how you're meant to play the game, but that's yeah.
I mean, you want to have as many party members as you can.
Well, yeah, but you should just roll with the punches,
But should you, or do you want to, hey,
I mean,
go back to last save?
yeah. I mean, you're talking to me. I'm the guy who will try and do every little thing before I finish the game. It needs to be perfect. My first run through a game has to be perfect. That's just how I am. I hate it.
Yeah, I try to play
I think it's because over the years I've realized I don't have enough time in my life to go back and play games. So I have to do it all at once.
Yeah, I tried to play the first the Survivor 1 Overclock, and I got to a point where just like, oh no, this character's about to die. Let me reload. Oh no, the decision has already been made and I can't go back. Well, gotta restart
no.
the game.
Rip.
I mean, it wasn't like that far in. I think I was like 10 hours at least.
Yeah, but that's just how it is,
Yeah.
I would be excited for a new one, for sure. That's if they were to do a spin-off game, do that one, please.
Either that or I mean I'd be glad with like a remaster of the digital Devil Saga games because they were really good.
Also good. Awesome. Last podcast you asked me those are top 3. I am the demon and I eat you and I get stronger because I eat you. I love that. We need more of that. It's so cool.
And when that like the first thing like gameplay trailer for Persona 5, people were like and we saw like Joker like awakening, like, oh my god, we get to transform into a demon, like, yes, like, but then like, oh no, we just get personas again.
That reminds me of like when you first play Persona 3 and the cutscene happens when you awaken and Thanatos just goes, nope, and rips him in half. And then he's like, yeah, screw you, first boss. I'm just going to kill you in a cutscene. And proceeds to just stomp him out and rip him apart into pieces. It almost looks like he's eating him like Evangelion style. Like, it's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
I feel like that is supposed to be like some kind of Evangelion reference, just like when it goes berserk or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I love that cutscene with Thanatos so much.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Give us that. Do Devil Survivor and make us feel like we're blood crazed demons for once.
I mean, that'll be more on Digital Devil Saga.
Yeah, Digital Devil Saga. Just do it. Do it.
Or we can get, like a new like Rido game perhaps.
I'm gonna say something. Don't hate me for it. I feel like if they were gonna make a Rido style game, they should have released it instead of Soul Hackers 2. I feel like they already like cast their mark there.
I mean, it could be just like, oh hey, Devil Summoner Rido Kuzunoa 3. And just like ignore whatever Soul Hackers 2 was, because that's like clearly like far off from like whatever like previous game was. Well, it's more connected
so
to like just like
Soul Hackers 2. I feel so bad for it. Because there's so many things about it that's good to look at.
Yeah, it's just good to look at, but
but sucks to play.
Yeah. Like the story's alright. The
characters are alright. Music's okay.
It was
like the visuals.
It's very predictable.
Just, could have just done better.
But yeah, like have like a Rido like.
It feels more like you're playing a Digimon game than a SMT game.
With Soul Hackers or
yeah, Soul Hackers.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. With like the whole digital data space, it reminded me of Cyber Sleuth. Like, that's like, why does it look like Cyber Sleuth? Why I'm just like, it looks too much like Cyber Sleuth.
Why am I shoulder cam Cyber Sleuth right now?
But yeah, like with a Rido 3, just like, okay, it could be more modern day. Just like, oh, this is Rido the 27th. Or what?
Dude, I would be down if they did a Rido game, but it was just Devil May Cry.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, the closest is just like Strikers. That's more Dynasty.
Yeah. I mean, just having a Rido just combo the hell out of a demon.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just talking.
Yeah, we're talking, but I think for the major news that came out of just like the past week or so, like where Persona 3 Reload and Tactica is just the biggest thing that's happened.
Everyone can breathe. You can put your evokers down. The remake is real.
The remake is real. Can we get much higher?
So excited. I can't. If he lives,
that will make the town go crazy.
Lose it, dude.
He's been reborn.
I can't wait to see Strega. I want to see Revolver Jesus. Where's Revolver Jesus?
Takaya. Oh no.
What if Ken or not Ken? You know
Shinji.
what I mean. Yeah, what if Shinji lives in this timeline?
He lives in the female protagonist timeline.
Well, yeah, but like, what if he lives in the main timeline? What if that's the reason why the main character lives?
Like how?
Well, because Shinji's like the strongest one.
Like you can't take a bullet.
Well, Persona-wise, you know what I mean. Like, what if Shinji was the one that sacrificed himself to Nyx?
I mean, that really affects, like, Ken's and Akiko's, growth too.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. I'm throwing wild stuff out there because I'm just excited. I don't think they're gonna do a big change. Like, the biggest change they would do is if they made main character live,
Hmm.
which would be cool. That'd be sick. I'd lose my mind.
Yeah,
I
just
don't know how they do it, but it'd be cool.
yeah, just be amazing. Just I wish I was just like, let me done with this game, please. Let me done with this game. I want to try it out. I want to see how it
We'll
feels.
play it right now. Just release it. Okay. Actually, since we're talking about it again, before we break, I was going over the tweets that were sent previously before the leak happened, and there is a contradiction in the tweets. So let's actually talk about it. So blah 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 blah. Count states the official date is Reload, and the release date was supposed to be scheduled for this winter, possibly released in November. Previously, that was the leak before this one, but as we can see from the trailer, it's early 2024.
So it might be around the same time, like the three to five ports were came out,
Yeah.
possibly.
Somebody said from the account, they said it should be released this winter before the end of 2023. It'll be released on platforms such as Xbox and PlayStation, and it'll be a full remake, but it isn't definitive. And then they said P5T and P6 will be announced this year too. Now, of course, we don't know if that's real.
I mean,
But but then this happened. So, we might hear Persona 6 news later this year. Maybe right before Persona 3 gets done.
I believe it was Gematsu who says oh yeah, Persona 3 and 6 are were in the works for years, but it wasn't ready to be shown at the moment.
Yeah, but then you look at the trailer and it doesn't matter up because PlayStation is on the list. It just says Game Pass, Series X, Xbox One, and Windows.
Yeah, but this is the same thing that they did last year with the Persona 3 and 5 reveals. Xbox had basically the marketing exclusivity, but afterwards, a few days later, it was yep, it's coming to other platformers as well. But just Microsoft has they get to announce it first, basically.
Okay. Oh, dude, it's so crazy that Atlus is actually going in on the Western audience like this.
Yep. They know they don't have at least in Japan they don't have that big of a Xbox audience, but at least everywhere else they do.
I'm just so happy they're like, hey, PC exists.
Here's the mods. Go crazy.
Just play the game. All right. Well, here's hoping that it gets released in November.
Yeah, just fingers crossed. Well,
5 months.
Well, actually, Tactica comes out in November.
Yeah.
Tactica comes out in November. Reload early 2024, maybe February, March, perhaps. But who knows? Oh boy. Air, thank you so much for coming into this impromptu episode, because this is just major.
I'm always excited to come in and crash the party, but when you bring me news like this, well, man, oh, you can't contain me.
You can't contain the rage of a Persona fan. Oh. we don't go out. We have social life in our Persona games.
But yeah, thanks for having me, and I'm so glad to be on here, and I can share this awesome news with everyone, even though it is leaked. And
Unfortunately.
yeah, but I do hope that I can be on again sometime for when more news comes up, and I hope that you all had a wonderful time listening.
Yep. So yeah, and thank Gare for coming up, and thank you guys for watching. This might be uploaded either the Friday morning or a little bit later on in the day, but yep, a little bit impromptu. Gotta get this out because this is just major. Couldn't wait till next week. No. So yeah, again, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys on the next episode. See you guys next time. Bye.
Later.